lingo, we're going to recenter ourselves because of the frustration, anger, and animosity of what this one YouTube channel has done to a poor family. A family that they have re-victimized and re-victimized. Doug, no thanks, you're disgusting. I just want to make sure that I'm on the record saying that. Disgusting. And many people have already pulled their subscriptions from you, and I'm pretty sure many more will. And didn't you already just go through this over that girl thing when you were being disgusting toward your mods and the females in your chat because you're a pig? Just questioning. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You know, my audience, did you guys hear about that? He's a fraud. Yeah, he's a fraud. And he actually thinks that him going on there looking like a fool like his actions only made me look more professional, because look at how they act. They can't even handle themselves in a dignified and professional manner. They're a joke. They're a joke. Go on there and watch some of their stuff. They act like frat boys. Who in their right mind, who of any kind of moral turpitude, moral character, is going to watch that garbage? And then he's posting, oh, we were on, thank you, ABC4, we were on ABC4. Well, it's kind of funny, let me tell you this. Out of all the money that family paid to Jim, Conman P.I, right? Why didn't he find the other property that James Brenner owned? So I haven't been watching the comments this morning, and I apologize about that. The one I'm talking about is Doug from No Thanks, the one that wants to have a heart attack because his friend is getting picked on by a girl, and he's got to come out and be a complete, utter, raging lunatic. That's the guy. So what I'm going to do, so we don't give Doug No Thanks, which this has nothing to do with, but wants to keep stepping into it, we're going to give him a little break. That's my olive branch to you, Doug. Don't you ever talk to me like that again, by the way. I'm not one of those women. You may talk to your co-host that way, but you'll never talk to me that way. Better check yourself. I'm a real woman. Just saying. We don't allow men to talk to us like that. That's your first and last opportunity, and then once you're off, no matter where you go in life, you'll never have the help of Bullhorn Betty. And you know what you're going to go, I don't need Bullhorn Betty's help, but you will one day. Because we're both in the same arena, and you never want to burn a bridge that you have. Yeah, you're taking the small win right now. You're looking at the small goal. I look at the long-range goal. There's a difference between me and you. I look at the bigger picture, not the minor one right in front of my face. And you're doing a lot of damage. And that guy, that jerk-off Jim's not going to be around your side forever. Believe that. He's a con man. Once he's done with his con on you, you're done. You're done, Doug. But you go ahead and be buddy-buddy with him. And when he turns around and you're bit in your ass by that friendship, don't come and say, Bullhorn Betty said so, because we already know. We already know. You need to make clear who and what Doug you're talking about, please. So Doug, I don't know his last name, gray-haired guy that doesn't look like he showers, with Doug, with No Thanks investigates. That guy, the one that looks like he rolls out of the bed and picks up his glass of Jack Daniels that's sitting next to the side of his bed and does a swig so he can just pull his ass out of bed in the morning. That's the Doug I'm talking about. We are not talking about the sweet, loving Doug live from Northport that is struggling right now because of an animal. Yes. The one that acts like a frat boy instead of a professional. That's the Doug I'm talking about. Keep wondering when he's going to grow up, but I guess we get to watch the little baby boy grow up before our eyes because he's not there yet. See, I don't don't need insults. I don't need to call him moron and stuff like that. You know, I think his actions have played out, and he thinks that's cool and professional. I'm sorry, anybody that watches those videos is, I'm done. We move on. Again, I will give you guys updates as I go through the process with these things, because it's a good, you guys have been working really hard to help expose this guy as well. So we want to make sure that we're giving updates, but you know how I am. When we start going legal, I start shutting down so I can let the investigation do whatever it needs to do. But just know, Jim, you're not smarter than the people I'm speaking with. So you can play these games and you can get your little phone, you know, those little apps, and act like you're in Mississippi. We all know. And not only that, your phone can ping. What do you think you're going to do? Give me a break. You're an idiot. You're a freaking idiot. That's why I go to the people that can help. Anyways, I digress. And when it finally comes to a head, we will make sure, and I'll keep you guys updated as I go through this process. We'll only have like a few minutes devoted to it, so you guys know I'm still working on it. We still haven't forgotten about it, and he's still a con man at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter how many times No Thanks wants to call me a moron. Those words will come back to bite him, because it's not about trying to So with that, we are going to move on. I just wanted to let you guys know, why are we not honing in on him? Because Doug No Thanks. He thinks he's smarter than the average bear because he's got this platform that he's utilizing this jerk off on. He thinks he's cute. He's not cute. He's despicable. You know, I tried to help him, and he spit in my face. So Doug No Thanks, when I supersede you in members, and you scratch your head and wonder why you're struggling on your channel, it's because you're a jackass. You're disgusting. You're acting like you are the case of Dylan Rounds. The person on your panel is the one person the Dylan Rounds family can't stand the most, and you're patting yourself on the back. You're despicable. You're disgusting. And I can't wait until I prove you wrong. And believe me, I will. But again, I tried telling you this wasn't about me and you. But you made it about me and you. So now, if you're collateral damage, you're collateral damage. I don't care. I don't care.
Convince the people. It's trying to convince the law that you're not doing something illegal. And I don't have to do that. All I have to do is make sure that the people that he's trying to try to keep from being sued is so telling that we can literally put it in a video and make a video of Jim's voice, from Jim's voice, of how he feels and what his professional conduct is. And I think just when people hear how he tries to dodge being served, how he talks to his clients, how he conducts his business, no contracts, no receipts, none of this stuff, I really do believe he's kind of caused his own problems and exposed his own self by his own conduct and his own words. And those will come back to bite him. So with this, I am stepping back. I'm not stopping what I'm doing for it, because I have the appointment tomorrow with the Florida Department of Agriculture. I have an appointment with the FBI to sit down and talk to an investigator. So it's at this point, we're going to shut up about it. We are going to let the law deal with what's going on. And when it finally comes to a head, we will make sure, and I'll keep you guys updated as I go through this process. We'll only have like a few minutes devoted to it, so you guys know I'm still working on it. We still haven't forgotten about it, and he's still a con man at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter how many times No Thanks wants to call me a moron. Those words will come back to bite him, because it's not about trying to convince the people. It's trying to convince the law that you're not doing something illegal. And I don't have to do that. All I have to do is make sure that the people that can do that have all the information they need to be able to do that. But what he's doing, and now not only that, but he did it to a family that has a nationwide, this is a big case. It's big news. It's the Dylan Rounds case where the FBI is already involved, and I'm pretty sure the FBI is already aware of this guy, James Michael Terry. So again, we're not going to keep going through this, but as information comes up about him, I will be going live to tell you what our progress is. For example, tomorrow when I meet with the Florida Department of Agriculture, I will put out a video of what happened, what their suggestions were, and we'll work from there. I'm also preparing a package for Mississippi, and I think I'm going to be working very hard and may need your help, because Mississippi is the problem. Well, I shouldn't say they're the problem. What they do inside their state is okay, but what this guy's doing is he's got to be inside that state to conduct business inside that state, and he's not. He's breaking the rules and doing his business outside of the state, and then telling people, oh, but I'm in the state, but I'm not, right? So there's going to be, he thinks he's smart, but he's not smart enough. And just remember, Jim, when the FBI comes knocking on your door, it is illegal. You can be arrested just for lying to them. So I want to make sure that you probably don't want to lie to the FBI if you do get a visit by them. So even if you're doing nothing wrong, if you say you're in Biloxi when you were in Florida, you are lying to them, and vice versa. So I would hope that you do not lie to the FBI. Lying to the FBI in and of itself is a crime. So just FYI, I wanted to give you a little legal advice.
So on the language of letting go, we're going to recenter ourselves because of the frustration, anger, and animosity of what this one YouTube channel has done to a poor family. A family that they have re-victimized and re-victimized. Doug, no thanks, you are disgusting. I just want to make sure that I'm on the record saying that. Disgusting. And many people have already pulled their subscriptions from you, and I'm pretty sure many more will. And didn't you already just go through this over that girl thing when you were being disgusting toward your mods and the females in your chat because you're a pig? Just questioning. I mean, I don't know. My audience, did you guys hear about that? He's a fraud. Yeah, he's a fraud. And he actually thinks that him going on there looking like a fool, like his actions only made me look more professional because look at how they act. They can't even handle themselves in a dignified and professional manner. They're a joke. They're a joke. Go on there and watch some of their stuff. They act like frat boys. Who in their right mind, who of any kind of moral turpitude, moral character, is going to watch that garbage? And then he's posting, oh, we were on, thank you, ABC4. We were on ABC4. Well, it's kind of funny. Let me tell you this. Out of all the money that family paid to Jim, Conman P.I., right? Why didn't he find the other property that James Brenner owned? Why was it some moron YouTuber that turned that over to the family? Why wasn't it this professional conman PI that did that? I mean, I'm just curious. Why wasn't it him? I mean, he was the one being paid by the family and fired by the family because he does not know what the hell he's doing. But answer me that. Riddle me this. Why was a YouTuber, the moron YouTuber, the one you've been making fun of for the last several days, find more relevant information that law enforcement can use than that doofus, conman PI, talking about somebody's sexual orientation that may or may not be true? Just curious. Maybe it's because your con PI is just that con PI, doesn't know what the hell he's doing. But that moron you guys been talking about, though, that moron, JLR, he sure got the job done. Just saying. And turn that information over to the authorities and to Justin Rounds. So, well, I'm sure it got to Justin Rounds. He did turn it over to authorities, and they did not have that information, by the way, or know about it. Sometimes we get stuck. This is for July 6th. Let the feelings go. Yeah, I tell you, sometimes I read this book, and it hits right on home to me, right? It hits. So let the feeling go, right? Let that feeling of anger and animosity towards somebody that's being a complete jackass. Sorry for the profanity. I gotta check it. I'll check my profanity. I'll put the $5 in the cuss bucket. Do I have $5? I got $5 on. I'll throw it in the bucket. Let the feelings go. Oh, and we still, and I was going to purchase the Private Eye, but after reviewing that Doug had already admitted to having a driver's license in the state of Florida. Oh, but he's been moved out of the state for forever, right? That's illegal. You literally have at maximum 30 days to change your driver's license, so that doesn't cut the mustard. Nobody is going to have a driver's license in Florida if they live in another state. Think about all the problems that causes, from being able to cash a check to, if you get pulled over by law enforcement and you're giving them two separate names, you could get a ticket for that. So we know that is part of the scam. Him being here in Florida, acting like he's in Mississippi, we know it's all part of the scam, and that's the way it's going to be presented to not only the Florida Department of Agriculture, but also the FBI. We will again, get back to all that once we have the meetings with both of those groups to make sure that this man is fully held accountable for his actions. And again, if nothing happened, and it's all above board, I will come up here and say, guys, you know what? I will remove all the videos that I made about him if he's conducting himself in a lawful manner. But at the end of the day, he's still not a licensed PI, period. He will never, ever be a licensed PI. He doesn't have the qualifications or the credentialing to go in a state and go through the process to become a licensed PI. He will only be able to work in states, and he has to work in those states. For example, if he wants to work with Idaho, which has no security investigator laws from Mississippi, he can do that. But he can't solicit clients from the state of Florida. He can only do that from those states that don't have PI laws. And again, you're not a legit PI without being a licensed PI. You're just some unscrupulous person utilizing laws of different states to say you're a PI. There is a process that you can go and become a legit PI in Mississippi instead of just being able to skate under their laws, right? But see, Jim won't do that. He can't do that. They won't accept him, right? They won't accept him because he's an unscrupulous person. And he doesn't have the proper qualifications to do the job. End of subject. That case has already been proven.